we're being told that people who are not from Ireland can vote in the elections. I'd like to try you registering to vote in Uganda and see how far you go. And also, if you go to Uganda, you can be in Uganda 50 years, you're never going to be African. I'm sorry to tell you, you can paint your face black and put cornrows in your hair, but you're never going to be African. And yet what we have now is this notion that citizenship makes you culturally something that you're not biologically born to be. Where does it end when you say that the people of this country are no longer a priority for housing, for hospital services, for mental health services? And what you do by creating that situation is you put a big divide between the Irish people and the new arrivals. Irish people are human beings, and they know that when they're treated unfairly, because we've had a history of it, it's not the first time somebody's come in and gone, I'm going to tell you what's happening here. And then that unfairness, it starts to rumbles down the pub and like, you're getting a fucking free postage, you know, Jesus. You know, and you're talking about people whose generations of their family had nothing. I mean, I remember in Donegal years ago, you go into a small cottage, there'd be 6, 7, 8 kids. Everything happened in this room. The kids are in a metal bath in the corner. Daddy's over there with his fiddle and whiskey or whatever. Mum's cooking and baking. But what you saw was people who had very, very little. They went to the bog, they cut turf, they traded it with their neighbours, they grew potatoes. They were fairly self-sufficient, but they didn't have much. And if they were lucky, they had a bit of bacon to go with cabbage and spuds. And that's not too flippant to say, because that was pretty much the diet. There was no Ferrero Rocher, there was no, you know, ice cream parlours. There wasn't fancy, it was basic. But they lived on that. They sucked it up. They raised their kids in the best way they could, believing that there was something of value in the sacrifices that they made for their children and grandchildren. And by the way, I'd like to go on record to say that Ireland has never been a racist country. In fact, almost the opposite. They'd be like, oh, geez, the black flick. I mean, they love difference. It's when it becomes overwhelming. I'm eternally grateful to Ireland for everything it's done for me and how I've been treated and how I've been given chances and how I've been embraced.